Welcome to Central Texas Electric Cooperative's 2020 District Meeting video. As always, this video will serve to update members on what is taking place at our co-op. I believe it's safe to say that over the last few months, our worlds have been turned upside down. Very few things remain the same as they were prior to COVID-19, so much so that I have heard 2019 referred to as the good old days, and back when we could still shake hands, have birthday parties, do business face-to-face, and send children off to school each morning. For the first time since district meetings began, we will not conduct a meeting in your area this year. Due to gathering and social distancing rules, we have canceled 3 of our district meetings where no director elections were being held, those being Mason, Kerr, and Kendall counties. We will have non-public hybrid district meetings in the 3 other districts. In San Saba County, we have Mr. James Lowe, a 2-term incumbent director running unopposed for re-election. Bylaws do not allow for nominations from the floor, and there are no quorum requirements at district meetings. We will have a very small, non-public meeting to elect Mr. Lowe as that district's nominee. In Llano County, Mr. Dub Stewart has served on the board for the maximum 4 3-year terms, which will leave a Llano County board seat vacant. The cooperative received only 1 application for this board seat from Mr. Scott Olguin. Like San Saba, bylaws do not allow for nominations from the floor, and there are no quorum requirements. We will have a very small, non-public meeting to elect Mr. Olguin as that district's nominee. Gillespie County is a little more complicated. Mr. Charles Pearson has served on the board for the maximum 4 3-year terms, which will leave a Gillespie County board seat vacant. The co-op received 2 applications for this vacancy, one from Mr. Lyle Johansson and one from Mr. Tim Laneberg. Therefore, a vote by ballot will be required to elect this district's nominee. In keeping with the no public meeting format, voting to elect this district's nominee will take place in the community room of the CTEC headquarters building on Thursday, June 11th, 2020 from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ballots will be tabulated by the Credentials and Elections Committee at the conclusion of voting, and the candidate with the most votes will be elected as the district nominee in a very small, non-public meeting. This is certainly not the way we would like to have had the 2020 district meetings take place. But in consideration of the safety and well-being of our members and employees, this was the best solution to take care of the necessary business at hand.
Along with the rest of the world, CTEC made many changes in our day-to-day operations to enable our employees to work safely in this new environment. Because the energy sector was deemed an essential service during the pandemic, all CTEC employees remained on the job. One of the most difficult decisions we had to make was to close our office doors to the public and to conduct in-person business through our drive-thrus only. We take pride in being accessible to our member owners, whether over the phone, online, or in person in our offices. But concern for our employees, members, and communities meant making the best decision possible to keep everyone safe. At this time, our offices are still closed to the public, but we continue to closely monitor the situation and will take all factors into consideration when making the decision on when to reopen. Remember, you are still able to contact us via phone or by visiting our drive-thrus at each office. And if you haven't already signed up for SmartHub, I would highly encourage you to do so. SmartHub is an excellent way to monitor your account. You can see how much electricity you have used on a daily, monthly, or annual basis. You can also view usage at any of your meter locations. SmartHub is also an easy and convenient way to pay your electric bill. Payments can be made at any time of day or night from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Perhaps the most important feature is being able to report an outage. When you report an outage, it notifies a dispatcher and updates our outage management system. Finally, SmartHub allows your cooperative to share news and information with you. Even when things return to normal, SmartHub is a convenient tool for your everyday life. Despite the pandemic, CTEC's operations have continued to run smoothly as your employees maintained a high level of service in the face of many challenges we encountered. Requests for new construction are still coming in, keeping our engineers and construction crews busy, and our service crews continue to perform routine maintenance throughout our service area. Technology has allowed us to make changes in operating procedures to enforce social distancing among our employees. Jobs are issued to crews electronically on their tablets, so they are able to leave directly from the parking lot without having to first come inside the building. Contractors call our warehouse with their inventory needs, and the orders are put together and left in a designated pickup spot to minimize person-to-person interaction. Member services and billing departments continue to assist members over the phone, online, and through email. It is certainly not business as normal, but it is business as normal as possible under the circumstances. Another adjustment we were forced to make was to delay the rollout of the installation of a new metering system. Throughout 2019, cooperative staff went through a lengthy process of selecting a new metering system. We've come a long way from the early days when members read their own meters and returned a card so that we could calculate their bills. For almost 20 years, we have been reading member meters remotely from our office. When it was first installed, this system was one of the most popular choices available in the electric co-op world. It was an economical way for the co-op to read meters. However, as normal with all technology, that system is now antiquated, sometimes unreliable, and no longer supported by its manufacturer. As a result, CTEC decided to modernize and upgrade to a new Advanced Metering Infrastructure, or AMI system. This will provide the co-op with accurate and timely meter readings using high-speed two-way communications with all meters and other endpoint devices. The new system has the ability to send more information more often, and it also sends outage notifications, which will help us manage, find, and restore power. As I mentioned, this was a lengthy process. We began in February 2019 researching available technologies, vendors, and pricing options from companies qualified and interested in providing AMI products and services. CTEC formed a project team made up of employees with different areas of expertise to provide input in the selection process. In April 2019, meetings were held with 6 vendors to allow them the opportunity to present their products to the project team. Several factors were taken into consideration when choosing the right product for CTEC. The initial cost and 10-year cost of ownership, the company's history and experience of providing AMI products, and references from other electric service providers that had made similar purchases. Finally, warranties and guarantees and the ability to meet our anticipated schedule were also considered. In September 2019, CTEC signed a contract with Honeywell to purchase a new metering system using radio frequency communication. Honeywell is a global corporation that is stable and financially secure, with worldwide annual sales of about $40 billion. They provide an end-to-end AMI platform that is secure and reliable and integrates well with existing CTEC systems. Our initial plan was to begin installing the new meters in early 2020. As with everything else, those plans are now on hold because of the pandemic, which has delayed manufacturing worldwide. Even with the delayed start, our intent still remains to complete the installation of the new metering system by early 2023. That might sound like a long time, but remember, our system is comprised of almost 42,000 services spread over 6,500 miles of distribution line in 11 counties. That's a lot of driving time. We will divide our system into sections, and members will be notified that we will be in their area by using various forms of communication, including postcard mailings, local newspapers, text messages, emails, the SmartHub app, phone calls, and Facebook. We encourage you to make sure your contact information is up to date with your co-op. If you have questions or want to know more about this project, contact us by email at helpdesk@ctec.coop or call the Fredericksburg office. Through all of this, our employees have risen to the challenge. Not only are they dealing with the effects of the COVID-19 in their personal lives, they also come to work every day and give it their all to help the co-op and its members through this difficult time. Words cannot express how proud I am to be a part of this cooperative and its amazing employees. No matter what the world throws at us, we will come through it better than we were before.
Normally, at this point in the program, I thank you for attending your district meeting and talk about our upcoming annual meeting. But instead, I'll say thanks for watching this video and give you an update regarding our annual meeting. At this time, we are still planning on holding it as usual. But recognizing the circumstances of today, there's a growing possibility that an in-person annual meeting may not be the safest choice or even be allowed. Our bylaws require that an annual meeting be held to officially elect each district's nominee for director. To constitute a quorum at an annual meeting, 1,000 members must be present in person or by proxy. Because members' proxies would count towards the quorum, member attendance at this meeting is not required as long as at least 1,000 members returned their completed proxies. CTEC could then hold a very small annual meeting without public attendance to elect the directors, much like we are doing for the district meetings. There will not be any other item on the agenda that would require member participation. In light of the health concerns associated with large crowds and the requirement of social distancing, this may be the best option to keep our members and employees safe. It is always important that members participate in their co-op's annual meeting. But this year, if it turns out that we are forced to hold the annual meeting without public attendance, your participation by proxy will be necessary to meet quorum requirements that I mentioned earlier. As the annual meeting date of August 18th approaches, we will keep you informed of our plans. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we will see you in August. Please stay safe and healthy.